Session 45. With the name of God, who is most gracious and merciful, and blessings on Prophet, peace be Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum. Nahmaduhu nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. We continue with Surah Fatiha as stated earlier, and there are certain brothers who are interested as to what is the source of Surah Fatiha. What are the source of Surah Fatiha, of writing this brief tafsir, elaboration of Quran. So I have given the sources in the beginning of the book, which I shall just show you. You may look at them. There are about 25 tafsirs and of Quran and hadith, books of hadith, which I have consulted by the grace of Allah. And I had all the time, because I was sitting in New Central Jail, Bahalpur, for 8 years. Allah made a great blessing of it for me, that I studied all these tafsirs, and then He gave me the capacity and the ability to put them in writing and get it printed again. So that's all. And so we continue where we had left in the last session. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wa Ibrahima iz qala li qawmihi Abdullah wattaquhu zalikum khairul lakum kuntum ta'malun. This is 29 Surah Al-Ankabut, verse 16. Translation: And likewise, what a gruesome treatment was meted to Abraham, when he said to his people, worship, obey, remain subservient to Allah, and fear Him. This is better for you if you are sensible. Again in 29 Surah Ankabut, verse 24, فَمَا كَانَ جَوَابًا قَوْمِهِ إِلَّا أَنْ قَالُوا أَقْتُلُوا أَوْ حَرِقُوهُ فَأَنْجَاهُ اللَّهُ مِنَ النَّارِ إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَةً لِقَوْمٍ يُؤْمِنُونَ. The people of Abraham, had no answer, but only this. They said, kill him or burn him alive. Then Allah saved him from fire. Definitely, there are many manifestations for those who are prepared to believe. Surah 71, Nuh, verse 1, 2, and 3. Inna arsalna Nuhan ila qawmihi an anzir qawmaka min qabli an yatiyahum azabun alim. Qala ya qawmi inni lakum nazirun mubin. Ane badullaha wattaquhu wa atiyun. We dispatched Naho, to his people, that he tried to jog up, instill fear of Allah before there comes to them a horrendous punishment. He said, O my people, let me warn you explicitly, absolutely, clearly, that you obey, worship, remain subservient to Allah, and fear Him, and do what I ask you. Quran quotes the instance of a modern people at that time who were ahead of other people materially, the people of Samud, but always remained in a mischievous mood. They pestered their prophet Saleh, whereas he had asked them nothing but to worship one and the only Allah and fear Yawm ad-Din, that is the day of requital. Then is the case of people of Ad. They were characterized for their know-how to build great majestic mansions with pillars carved of stones. They refuted, pestered, and persecuted Prophet Hud, whereas he just preached monotheism. The Quran highlights case after case to show that the people who, because of their techniques, wealth, and power, became omnipotent, were ironically, invariably, and ruthlessly opposed to the truth, the teachings of monotheism and accountability hereafter, and considered their own values superior, and considered their own values superior. They became shamelessly corrupt, ruthless, inebriated with power. One of the kings of Egypt, Pharaoh's most favorite and beloved queen Asiya, converted to monotheism, a believer. He warned and threatened her with all the punishment, but no threats or menacing tortures could shake her faith. Eventually, he pegged her too, and a heavy boulder thrown from above, and she died. Not that this was the only misdoing. He killed the male infants of the Israelites on a regular basis for years together. The Egyptian civilization was the most advanced societies of the world at that time. They had built mansions, palaces, developed an irrigation system sustained by lakes and well-knit major and minor canals, and maintained fruit gardens that stretched for hundreds of miles either side of River Nile. And Prophet Lut pleaded with his people to give up sodomy, being gay, which had permeated as second nature of the people. But they made his life so miserable that he had to beseech Allah for rescue. The enormities of the disbelievers against the prophets and their handful of believers who just preached monotheism and fear of the inevitable accountability hereafter remained perpetual for thousands of years. Their constant effrontery against the directions of Allah was manifest in hedonism and persecution of the believers. In the mid of last century BC, when almost an invincible force of the disbelievers under Goliath was ready to pounce to annihilate the Muslims, Israelites, Allah, in His mercy, ordered them to fight in their defense and appointed Prophet David, as their leader. As it is well known, Prophet David killed the giant like Goliath, and the disbelievers were routed. So was Prophet Zulkifl ordered to deal with the sociopathy of the disbelievers. He and his followers remained in constant wars, and his sway extended over the entire world from the Atlantic coast to the Sea of Japan. To cut the disbelievers down to size that they don't remain a constant threat, a sword held over the heads of the believers all the time, Prophet Solomon was directed to adopt a strategy of offensive defense, that is jihad, against the enemies of Allah. Prophet Moses, as directed by Allah, also ordered his people, Israelites, to fight a powerful people of their time, but they became skeptical, adumbrated failure, and refused to fight less 2 or 3 men. Surah 5, Al-Ma'idah, verse 24, فَاذْهَبْ أَنْتَ وَرَبُّكَ فَاقْتِلَا إِنَّا آهُنَا قَاعِدُونَ. They said, O Moses, both you and your Rabb, go and fight. We aren't moving. We are sticking to this place. Sometimes, after the departure of Prophet Moses, Persians attacked the Israelites under Bakht Nasr, collected each and every copy of Torah, ensuring not a single one was left, and torched them all, apart from the genocide of the Israelites. After a century or so before the advent of Prophet Jesus, Isa, son of Maryam, when the Israelites had managed to rewrite the volumes of Torah, claiming that Prophet Uzair knew them by heart, the Romans attacked them. They too collected the rewritten copies, and once again all these were torched. By the time Prophet Jesus, Isa son of Maryam, arrived, there were no believers left. He had to begin preaching monotheism ab initio, right from the start. He therefore exhorted his limited number of disciples to turn the other cheek and avoid fighting. He therefore exhorted his limited number of disciples to turn the other cheek and avoid fighting. And most important, seeing the fate of Torah, he asked his disciples to memorize the verses of Bible, strictly forbade their putting in writing. No wonder the original Bible wasn't even ever written. I would say again, no wonder the original Bible wasn't even written. So, as such, presently there are 4 versions of Bible selected by the later-day church of 70 versions. And these 4 are selected at the time of Emperor Constantine. And these 4 versions are Matthew's Gospel, Mark's Gospel, Luke's Gospel, and John's Gospel. Prophet Jesus, Isa, son of Maryam, couldn't muster enough strength to enable him ensure his safety and that of his disciples, and we know how when he was hardly 30, the Jews attempted crucifixion. Surah Nisa 4, 157 reads, وَقَالَهُمْ إِنَّا قَتَلْنَا الْمَسِيحَ عِيسَى ابْنَ مَرْيَمَ وَرَسُولِ اللَّهِ وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ وَلَكِنْ شُبِّهَ لَهُ وَإِنَّ الَّذِينَ اخْتَلَفُوا فِيهِ لَفِي شَكٍّ مِّنْهُ مَا لَهُمْ بِهِ مِنْ عِلْمٍ إِلَّا اتِّبَاعَ الظَّنِّ وَمَا قَتَلُوا يَقِينًا. Translation of 157. And because of their saying, we killed the Messiah, Jesus, son of Maryam, Allah's messenger, and they did not kill him nor crucify him, but it appeared so to them. And look, those who disagree concerning it are in doubt about it, they have no knowledge of it except pursuit of a conjecture. They did not kill him for certain. Verse 158, Barafa'allahu alayhi wa kana Allahu azizan hakima. But Allah raised him up to himself. Allah is almighty, all-wise. 159, وَإِن مِّنْ أَهْلِ الْكِتَابِ إِلَّا يُؤْمِنَنَّ بِهِ قَبْلَ مَوْتِهِ وَيَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ يَكُونُ عَلَيْهِمْ شَهِيدًا. And all the people of the book will believe in this fact of the ascension of Jesus to the skies before Jesus, Isa son of Maryam, dies actually. And on the day of resurrection, Jesus, Isa will bear witness against them that they had created the Trinity, and misguided a sizable portion of mankind. Thus, by the time of Islam, it was seen by the mankind that except for a few occasions when the believers had adopted a strategy of offensive defense, that is jihad in the way of Allah, the disbelievers persecuted them right through the centuries, time and again, annihilating the believers totally and repeatedly. The believers weren't even permitted to retain their faith, their culture, and even their religious books, scriptures, were considered an effrontery and tossed by the disbelievers. By the way, strange enough that in the 21st century too, Quran is taken by the disbelievers as a threat to their cultural existence, secular civilization. It isn't strange that the pacifism of Prophet Jesus, Isa, son of Maryam, has never been followed by his followers. It is strange, I repeat, that the pacifism of Prophet Jesus, Isa, son of Maryam, has never been followed by his followers. In fact, Christians have waged the most horrible, intense, blood-curdling wars and are responsible for greater bloodshed, destruction than any other people in the 2000 years, including the two world wars. In the two world wars, in which about 1.5 billion people were killed, I repeat, in these two world wars, about 1.5 billion people were killed, and the use of nuclear weapon on a civilian population, including women and children. I'd say that's a punishment for not following the faith of Allah. That's a punishment for not following the faith of Allah. In order to enforce, talking about killing people, in order to enforce communism, Stalin and Lenin killed 30 million people in Soviet Russia. Stalin and Lenin killed 30 million people in Soviet Russia, and pathetically, tragically, they discarded communism themselves after 50 years. They discarded communism and socialism themselves after 50 years. All the figures that I am quoting of the mankind killed and those can easily be verified through verified. My apologies. Finally, since a mention of Jesus has been made in these verses, I shall inshallah cover all about Prophet Jesus, Isa, son of Maryam, in the next session, inshallah, God be willing, that is in session 46. That's all for today. Please pray for me, ex brigadier Mustansir Billah. Jazakallah.